Welcome to the Rickers News. It is Sunday, November 2nd, 2014, and I am Joshua Rickers with Real News. The Quicken Loans Arena enhancements. The Cleveland Cavaliers have completed the multi-million-dollar project with the giant scoreboard, almost the size of the court, and a projection system that shines 3D images onto the court. And now it is sports time with the Rickers News sports correspondent, Daniel Rickers.
Today in sports, in the NFL today, almost every team is playing today. At 1 o'clock, Tampa Bay is at Cleveland today. Cleveland is favored by 6.5. Jacksonville at Cincinnati at 1 o'clock. Cincinnati is favored by 10.5. Arizona at Dallas at 1 o'clock. That game is even. Philadelphia at Houston, 1 o'clock. Philadelphia is favored by 2 points. In Kansas City, the New York Jets play the Kansas City Chiefs at 1 o'clock. Kansas City is favored by 2 points. The San Diego Chargers at the Miami Dolphins at 1 o'clock. Miami is favored by 2.5 points. Washington at Minnesota at 1 o'clock. Minnesota is favored by 1 point. St. Louis at San Francisco at 4:05. San Francisco is favored by 10.5. The big one today that everybody's anticipating, Denver at New England, 4:25. Denver is favored by 3, but Brady leads Manning in the all-time series 10-5. Oakland at Seattle at 4:25 p.m. Seattle is favored by 13.5 points. Baltimore at Pittsburgh, the primetime game at 8:30. Baltimore is favored by 1 point. Indiana at New York Giants at 8:30, which is tomorrow actually, on Monday. Indiana is favored by 3 on Monday Night Football. In the NBA, yet again, Derrick Rose has injured himself, but it's not with the knee this time. He twisted both of his ankles on October 31st against Cleveland. Still no word on a timeline of his return. In college football news yesterday, a lot of good games. Florida State survives, number 2 Florida State survives Louisville, scoring 42 points in the second half, winning 42-31. Mississippi State, number 1, survives at home against Arkansas, 17-10. Number 3 Auburn takes down number 4 Mississippi State, or Ole Miss, on the road, 35-31. That was a big one right there. Number 7 TCU survives on the road against number 20 West Virginia, 31-30. And a crazy game, Temple upsets number 21 East Carolina, 20-10, to have its first win against a ranked team since 1998 against Virginia Tech. In NCAA basketball, Indiana sophomore Devin Davis was driving when he was struck by a teammate's car. Emmett Holt was driving that car and reportedly had an alcohol blood level of 0.025. No word on Devin's condition or anything for Emmett Holt. Back to news with Joshua.
And we are back to real news. A devastating story in Hawaii. Next. The lava flow in Pahoa, Hawaii continues missing houses, but cutting off the flow to the rest of the main island. As the lava flows across the main road, they can't rebuild the road quickly because the lava can take months or even years before it cools. And that can affect many businesses and people's homes and people's lives. Our next story is the NYPD, which is the New York Police Department, is preparing for a terrorist attack from drones. You wouldn't think that drones are that powerful, but they actually are. The reason they are is because drones can carry guns and explosive devices. An example would be if the bombing were to be from above, from a drone, police would not have known where the bomb would have come from. And now it is time for the weather report. And we're back to Daniel, which is the Richter's News weather meteorologist.
In weather, in Seattle, it will be mid to upper 50s for the highs and upper 40s for the lows. In Los Angeles, 70s to 80s for the high, 50s to lower 60s for the lows. In New York, 58 for Monday's high. That will gradually increase throughout the week and then decrease to 52 degrees on Friday. The lows will be 40s to upper 30s. So it's getting pretty cool there. The highs in Denver will be 49 on Monday, 57 on Tuesday. That will gradually increase to 69 on Friday. But the lows will actually decrease all the way to, it'll go up to 33 and then up to 38 and then to 36. So in Miami it's sunny and warm as usual, 70s to lower 80s as the highs and lower 70s to upper 60s for the lows. In Dallas, 70s to lower 60s for the highs and 60s and 50s for your lows. And the last city, Nashville, Tennessee, 66 Monday and Tuesday, and then that will gradually decrease to 54 on Friday. 46 for the low on Monday, and that will decrease to 37. So you're cooling down there in Nashville. Now I would like to show you the weather map. As you can see here, here in the southwestern portion of the country, some showers. And in Missouri, some showers that will all be moving east, and some cold weather up in the northwest, up in Idaho and Montana, where they're actually getting some snow. You can see there, and this big line of showers out here had moved through, and it is out of the country now, so don't have to worry about that anymore. And overall, actually, the country's pretty dry right now, so. Glad for that. So back to Joshua with regular news.
Or lower it down. And we are back. Our final story for the day is about ISIS in Syria. So, as you can see, there is fire and smoke in the Syrian city Kobani from airstrikes against ISIS on October 30th. ISIS and Syrian fighters have been fighting for control of the city. The U.S. and several Arab nations have been bombing ISIS targets to lower ISIS resources. And that is it for today on Richter's News. So we'll be back next week for more real news. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.